What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 10 of the walkthrough. So, picking up here from the fight. Before we actually do anything else, well, you know what? Let's go. We're right here. So, we're going to go ahead and jump an umbral. We are about to go over using Pilgrim's First Key, though. So, go get us some more upgrade masks. Go get us some more weapons. Go just get a lot of really good stuff. So, we've already buffed up. And that's time to do some umbral stuff. So we still need a siphon for this dog. You guys remember? Where the hell is it? Supposed to be right here? Okay. Oh, we never rested so the dog was still dead. That's perfect. I wish I wouldn't have wasted the time. Alright, start working this guy down. I think we have lost our buff. It's okay. Ooh. Did not read that right. That's a weird noise. So you see what frostbite does. See our stamina bar? That's what I told you. Big pain in the ass area. You know what I mean? That's just how it is, how it's gonna be. Because of the frostbite, we are actually just gonna, we haven't picked any up yet. So as soon as we get in the zone, as soon as we work our way up top, one of the very first things we start getting as far as consumables is the frostbite cure. So we're gonna keep that on. So yes, it's gonna stop the frostbite from taking your health away, but more importantly, guys, it is going to make it to where we can free up our stamina if, you know, we lose our, you know, half our stamina bar from the frostbite. So now we have the stigma, we have our lantern upgrade. Let's go upgrade our lamp. Firstly, and then we'll be hopping over to the Pilgrim's Perch. Actually, quite a bit. I mean, I'm not gonna say we're going to waste a whole episode on it, but definitely a good portion of this episode is going to go on over there, for sure. For sure. There we go. Socket to Umbral Eye. Now, if you notice, we already took off the one that gave us another flay charge, so. Oh yeah, that's that one for item discovery. So we'll take off damage to the enemy soul. This is gonna help us get drops, so, you know, it's gonna hopefully take down our farming. We won't need to farm as much because that's gonna give us more stuff with 30% drop chance increase. It's huge. It's huge. All right. Okay, mirror appears nearly fully restored. So now that we have that, we have our lantern upgrade. We got everything from Dumbmire. I don't think we hand him the Umbral Tome. We end up changing the conversation so we could buy a Lucid Beam. Let's go on back. He has not moved spots, so I highly doubt we have given it to him. Yeah, just gonna give him that. Like I said, it's gonna make him lose his mind, and we're gonna get all his shit.
Whatever
so.
and applied towards a more right. You'll serve a higher purpose.
Nothing new that we haven't seen already.
To
so.
strive in darkness, in light.
Let's go on ahead and head on over to the Pilgrim's Perch. There's a few areas we want to do first. So I guess the very first one we should probably go to would actually be Sanctuary. If you guys remember, there's a little cell door. We talked about this so long ago that you guys most likely aren't going to remember because it was so long ago, you know what I mean? There's a little cell door up here. So what there is there's two little cell doors. Well, there's one little cell door with the armor set, just a little closed off room. Then over by the blacksmith, there's another door we can get in with the Pilgrim's Perch key, which just leads out to a deck with a talisman, or a pendant rather. And then after that, the other door for that key is going to lead you out to, you know, pretty much the end game. At the end of the last episode, I said, hey guys, we're getting near the end game. And what I mean is, we're getting near the end game. But what, you know, it's just like the end game's so big though. It's not get near the end game, we're about to close on out. But it's like we go Upper Calrath, we head up the Pilgrim's Perch, then, you know, we do the Manse, the Abbey, the Empyrean, Tower of Penance, which all kind of branch off each other. It's like your whole holy region. But after that, we go back to Upper Calrath, we're done. So, you know, that's definitely the start of the end game. Thing is, the end game's just really, really long. And it's good, because that's the best part of the game. You don't want it to go by too fast, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're getting near the, I guess I'll say the in-game regions. Is, you know, more correct. We got 3 Soulflake charges too. Can't beat it. So now, we can go on in here and get the resonance set. So that's that big ass bell helm guy. So you have a huge ass bell you can put on your head, which that's kind of cool, I guess. I fucked around with it for a while. It's not like a, you know, really attractive set. The leggings aren't bad, but they don't have shoes, you know, so do keep that in mind. So butterfly out. And then we'll go on over to, both doors are near the actually where we need to go next. It's gonna be the bell room. So firstly, we're going to take the elevator down, do the other path by the blacksmith. It is wild looking at our scaling that at 40 radiance, we're only doing 100. Yeah, that's, I don't know. It's just wild. I mean, think of a game like Elden Ring with no levels. You're at like 13 strength, you haven't leveled up yet, and you're getting like 48 in scaling. So it's, you know, no upgrades to your weapon, no upgrades to yourself. Like 10 strength or whatever it is, 14 strength, not much. In this game, you're at 40. Like, that's a decent place in most games. Especially games this short, and it's 100. I guess it's kind of wild. So I'm sure it'll go up. All right, so there's the door I was referring to. So it's gonna take these guys out. Get whatever items they're going to drop. Now, these are, you know, later game enemies. You're going to have a lot of health, do a lot of damage to buff up. They're going to be all sharing a parasite. You want to try to get that down, but, you know, you're probably going to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's such a clusterfuck out here. Let's see. I'm going to lure some in here. That's okay. It's a real shit job they do this. As soon as you go out, you know, you have the parasite. You can't harm anybody. Yeah, we're dead. So it sucks. This part just really, actually, it's pretty bad. Let's go try this again. What really sucks about it is you have to ride the elevator down each time. I'm hoping we're doing, you know, gonna do better. Usually I get through it, but what I'll do, because I just don't feel like dealing with it, you know, for the walkthrough, I probably should be clearing areas. But I'll just kind of run out there, get the pin, and say fuck it, and run back in. So we might do that, but I feel like at this point we should be able to clear areas, right? You know, I mean, seems like we'd be able to. We are at level 69. God, we're gonna get so many more levels, because you'll reach level 100 in single game, single playthrough. At least. That's 31 more levels, man. That'd be nice. 20's your rating to be 60. And I guess it'd be right with vitality and endurance. Probably, you know, I think I was like level 120, 117 last time. Alright, let's try it again. It's good fun. I mean, it's annoying. I mean, if you have more room to fight out there, guys, but with the parasite, I don't know. By the time you get that parasite, you're in trouble. You know what I mean? You really are. Let's just try to avoid everything here. Good. Let's blow these guys off the edge, hopefully. could lure some in here, we'll be better for it. How the hell did you get in here? You're as far as hell away. Alright, there's one. Buddy, for real, you wanna do that? We can do that shit. Yeah, this might be the only real way to play it. We saw that damn parasite out there too, though, is the thing. Yeah. Well, we got the pendant. That's all that matters, I guess. I was wanting to leave my souls too, but I guess it's too much to ask for. So, we're done there. Let's go move on. I'd like for it to be real smooth. Let's go out, let's clear this, let's get this, but if that kind of shit's happening, we already got the item. I'm not going to go down there just to prove I can prove a point. Oh, we can get past it, you know. So let's just move on. We got what we need. So as we go in, there's going to be a parasite, but it's going to be through this wall. So go ahead, soul play this. Gonna enter Umbral. This part is, you know, it's another thing. It's just gonna be really challenging. This whole area is just, you know, late game stuff we're getting into. Alright. Now we got all of our drops. We're going to go up this way and kind of circle around because they're all going to be at the door waiting on us. So you can go around, follow that around to the right. There we go. Got him out the way. Now we can go down here and get Devotion's Might, which is a weapon I was actually going to recommend for this playthrough. It's a great hammer for Radiant Strength build, 2828. We could respec and use it no problem. Unfortunately, we don't have the stones anymore. So we'll get them. We'll get more. We can farm up more. I'm actually, the reason why we're going through the first distance here is because there's just an excellent farm. It's an excellent farm. So we're gonna run, jump, go over here. You're gonna notice there's actually 3 spiked head dudes down there. What you don't actually see is that they have a parasite they're all sharing. For whatever reason, it doesn't pop up until after you land down there. So we can try to take them out. I say let's just go for the hammer. Which, look at that. Look at that. We're already dead. It's utterly ridiculous, isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, we're just gonna run on past everything. What's even crazier is we're at the appropriate level and upgrade for this area. So this is not like this because it's above our level. This is like this because it's just like this. Just gonna drop, get a little smite. Fucking one shot much. Alright. It's just not gonna be an easy thing, guys. Look at that. Dead. Dead, you know? Try to get these iframes. Oh, that was horse shit. Come on. Let me up. Let me up. well, we got the hammer. It's utterly ridiculous. We can't just, you know, move forward a bit. But, you know, welcome to the end game. And we could. There's a way we could do this. This is the long game, and I don't have fucking time because we need to be covering other shit. Trying too goddamn hard at a certain point. Let's just go ahead and ignore this shit for now. It's unfortunate, but we just, you know, we're not gonna sit here for an hour. I feel like they just put that down there just to make the game longer. Alright, so we move forward here. There's a path here in the Umbral. Let's just roll off. That surge when we come out of Umbral should pop a few of these guys off, you would hope. Nope, none. That's nice. Alright, just grab your items. Then going up ahead, there's gonna be like this little tower here, and there's some guys fighting in it. Go ahead. Make sure you. Where is it? I thought we were able to exit Umbral. Is it up to the higher part? It may have been behind us. We're gonna try to just do this the best we can. So there's a ring down here we want. So it's gonna buff our weapon up. We do have a Crimson Rector in here. These guys aren't really, you know, they're not exactly pushovers. Ooh, did not see that. Come on, bro. Fuck, do something. It's good fun, isn't it? It's fucking good fun. Try his ass up. You know what I mean? Just put his ass down. We're not gonna waste all fucking day here. Good God. I mean, every time he gets health down, he's healing himself, rinse and repeat. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, guys, tighten up. Alright. We just finished moving on up here. So that's going to be your brawn ring. You're going to add 3 points to strength. So if you're trying to reach a weapon requirement or something like that, it will be, you know, quite useful. So don't go out. Just kind of go to this corner here. And while we're already doing this, I'm just going to clear out this whole path all the way to where we want to go. Because of the fact we're already here, might as well. We're doing so much of it. Hammer of Holy Agony would go quite nicely with what we're doing if we can get some levels in it. Over here, actually no, before we go here, we're actually going to plant a seedling right in this room. Go 2 large steriliums. I guess we go and rest. A couple of the enemies are going to reappear, but it's not a big deal. All we're really doing is going outside for Umbral Eye. So as always, there's going to be a guy right here just waiting to push you off. Real original, right? Come on, walls. Tighten up. Alright, Pilgrim's Hood. So we need to go in Umbral. Pop that. And we're gonna switch this around for a projectile. You wanna lock onto him and just shoot him once to actually fall down. And yeah, kind of sort itself out, right? Now we can go over here and get our Umbral Eye. Now we can deal with our Gremlin and our other guy. Oh look, he took a dive too. Gotta love it. I like when it actually works out for once, you know? Really cool. Okay, now we can press on forward. We're going to rest again since we are in Umbral. And we can go on up. So, heading over here to one side, to the left is a boss fight. And to the right is how we progress to like the side content of the area. To the left is going to take you up towards the end game stuff. So we're not going to go to the left. We're just going to go get this vestige. We're going to have to do this run back again. And for other reasons as well, but that's what. Really? Really? Good God. Jesus fuck. Alright, oh, might be armor piece. And it's not. Love it. Alright, so moving forward, we're actually going to go pick up a weapon we will reach requirements for. That's a really big, colossal, blood loss and holy weapon. Really cool. So as we go on up, and kind of handle who we got. There is a spike tech guy, and there's also a barrel trap. We've got to keep that in mind, but we're going to, try to... There's a barrel trap. We weren't high up enough for it to affect us, but we're going to try to buff up. Buddy, know your place. Trigger that one. Really? It wasn't even moving, bro. Yeah, just love it. It's a lovely area. And he's going to refuse to do any other move, most likely. Since some of these will start getting on headbutts and they don't want to do nothing else. For now, so we don't get killed and have a run back and waste even more time, we're just going to ignore him. Don't worry about your heals, we're about to get to a vestige. So you can try to leave armor, but usually won't let you know. So right here, that's the weapon we want to grab, and we can just ignore these guys. You can come back and clear them out if you guys want to, but our vestige is right here. So because of that, might as well just grab it. Now I didn't rest because I didn't want to move the traveling merchant to this spot. However, it's a real possibility that he's here now. Yep, and what's fucked up is we didn't rest. I intentionally did not rest. If this happens to you guys, he's not going to be in the Frost region now. Not a big deal.
I may have been, but so many yet. Life it's had some, but and they.
He's going to sell a new hammer now as well.
Hello again.
Where is it? Right here, pulverizer. So 100 blood loss, holy and physical. We could use it on our build right now if we would like to. But it's okay.
May your path
But if I'm
be
gonna use a
blessed.
hammer, I'm gonna respec, and I'm actually thinking about doing this for our build. And use this. This is what we just picked up. Devotion's Might, one of the best weapons in the game, hands down, not even close. So it's a colossal weapon. So why it is a bit slower, it's not super slow because of the hammer. So big attacks. As you see, the buffs are not too slow, right? It's just a really, really cool weapon. We don't reach the requirements to use it. As you see, you're not going to do no damage with it. But it's a really badass choice, especially when you have, a really good shield. And it also has smite. But another reason I really like it, it's got 100 smite build up. So that's a little bit more of what we're using. But the special attack with 2 really good swipes, they come down and really fuck the enemy up. A lot of stagger. A lot of poise damage. Even stats with strength and radiance, so you're getting plenty on both. So that's really nice. But yeah, definitely a consideration at this time. Only thing is, we're going to have to farm up a lot of stones. So to do that, I also want to show you guys a farm. There's also this we could do. Take off our shield temporarily. Oh, no. The Bloody Glory, we just picked up this, another colossal weapon, 300 to blood loss. Holy strength, more holy scaling though, so more radiant scaling, big swipes, and you're getting blood loss every hit with this thing. It's crazy as hell. Check it out, like every hit damn near. It's 300. So yeah, he's already gushing out blood. Unupgraded, we just 3-shotted him. Unupgraded. We have to change up our build a bit as far as the armor and stuff like that. There's your other 2 large Derilliums. You need 20 strength and 32 radiance. Yeah, we do meet the requirements. And this is actually your farm right here. So this guy, Holy Bulwark, right by your message, so it's perfect. He's got a higher drop chance for large ceruleans than the Ruiner. And you gotta keep in mind, this thing is not upgraded. But even with that, I mean, look at this. Unupgraded, guys. Just fucking this dude up. If we just got this up a little bit, you know, it'd be really devastating. There you go. Smite salts this time. Nice strength weapon right here. Another great hammer option, pure physical. And while we're right here, might as well pick up this stuff. Seething vigor skull. Yeah, so that's a really good farm for large rooms. I do want to show that off. And then there's just more side content there. We're not going to do it. But yeah, we could play around with this too. You know what I mean? Put on the great shield with it. We're going to have to do something about our weight because we're already so heavy. That should have took off some weight though. And there you go. And that's with the great shield too, guys. You know, big beefy attacks. You got your great shield, bounce off other enemies' attacks. A lot of blood loss, a lot of holy. Really, really cool weapon. I'm gonna see what we can sell. We're gonna put a couple upgrades in there. Do something new for a bit. And then, you know, we need to respec or whatever else, decide what weapon we want to use the most. You know, we'll go ahead and do that then. But for right now, let's just see what we got. $34. You know, there's quite a few upgrades to get to this thing to bring it close. We're not gonna be able to get it as high. I'm gonna, you know, in between this episode and next, I have a lot of farming to do for larges, and so do you guys. You know, although you guys are finding free upgrade loot because you're modifier, and I forgot to turn mine on when we were talking about it. I wish I had the strength for that too, though. Oh yeah, and we could also do that. You know, so this could be one setup we use, or Piazza Sword with this like we were doing, or we could put on Piazza Sword and use the Hammer of Holy Agony, which this gets blood loss, and it's a smaller weapon, so it just pair really nicely with it. We'd be getting holy on both, we'd be getting blood loss on one, we'd be getting smite on the other, and that, you know, it'd make for a very powerful build as well. So just kind of showing off all the options, but the reason we came up here was to, you know, get this stuff and talk about this stuff and, you know, do whatever we want with our build. So, like I said, that's your farm. We have the eye to boost item discovery. We have the rabbit's foot, and think in here, there, whatever the hell his name is, the traveling merchant. He sells infinite amount of those rabbit's feet. So, just to play with something different for a bit. Ooh, just short of +4.
Ah, you again. Oh,
Wish we could sell some shit like these shields I'm not using and these, you know, armor sets I'm not using. Alright, now look at that. We can also go over here. And see what we can fit. Oh, it's both the triangle shaped ones, unfortunately, so we'll do the same setup here. Which means I'm going to need to go back to my shield. Reduce shield weight. More health. So, now with that, we're actually going to be looking at 298. So more damage than our weapon's doing. Our weapon's doing smite and it's doing a lot faster, right? So do keep that in mind. But 298, but it also has 300 blood loss. You know what I'm saying? So also got to keep that in mind. We'll play around with it for a bit. We'll start bringing it up, and in between episodes, I'll go ahead and you know, farm up some larges to try to get this up as high as I can. Now, if we did respec into split evenly between strength and radiance, I could take a lot of time, but I could take a lot of time and farm up a lot of larges to try to get all these weapons up as much as we can, and I'd actually be able to showcase every single radiance weapon for you guys, and you guys can kind of figure out what you want to do. You know what I mean? With that being said, we'll probably stick with Pietas. Maybe Pietas and the Hammer of Holy Agony, because that's kind of what we've been going with for so long. We already have so many upgrades in that weapon, so Yeah, we're just standing and this frostbite's obliterating us, so keep that in mind. So we're going to have frostbite dogs, and then we will also have a shadow archer moving forward. Do keep that in mind. So we've been, fast attacks and stuff like that. At this point, if you're using a weapon like this, this is more, methodical. Hit here and there, being on defense, not going too crazy, because obviously all the stamina is going to cost you, and not being able to swing it that many times, and definitely not be able to swing it as quick, right? So do keep that in mind. So we will be redoing our consumables here in a minute, our quick items. Alright, see if we can get this guy down. As you see, like I said, you're literally getting blood loss on every hit, guys. We need to go to Umbral. We're not worried about him. He can walk away like he's tough all he wants. The fact of the matter is he's dead. So, all right, come on down here. Enhanced lacerating knife. That's the upgraded version of the one we got way back in First Skill Floor Stigma. This is also relating to the Dark Crusader's quest, so you got to come here first for that kind of stuff. I said before, I felt like this could be an optional zone for sure. It could, but it's not. You know what I mean? It just seems like there's not much to do here, but there's really important stigmas and trophy bosses and remembrances and a lot of stuff like that. So I'm playing our seedling. Thought I just heard someone spawn in. Alright, well. So we're gonna have another of the guys. So our last mini boss, the guy with the big frostbite axe and all that stuff, as always, they turn into, just regular elite enemies. And it's already time for that. So we're gonna have him and a shadow archer up there. And it's gonna be pretty difficult. What we want to try to do is, because running up on both of them is just a poor choice. Because you can't lock onto one, and the other, can kind of easily put you down too. And having frost arrows and frost arcs off his axe coming, it's just not going to be good. So we can kind of pull him this way. What the fuck? What even near? Look at that, about one shot shit. So keep that in mind. That's what we're dealing with here. That's why I say I'm not excited about zones. Quicker it's over and done with, the happier I'll be, that's for sure. Especially doing a walkthrough and trying to make things easy as possible when I just can't because of how a zone is. You're done. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty tricky. That's just how this shit is. Come on. Nope. There we go. There we go. We got him. Our damage is actually holding up pretty well for how lowly this weapon is upgraded. It's just that good of a weapon. As you see, it's only at +4. It's actually holding up okay. Oh, actually, before we go that way, we're going to rush on over this way. Wait, should we? Well, usually I'm not in Umbral when I get here. I'll go clear all the axiom stuff, then go into Umbral, because up there, too, it's also extremely tricky. And this is actually going to be the hardest part of this whole zone, just this beginning. It's tight quarters, a lot of really fucked up enemies back to back to back. So it's probably going to be the most irritating part of the zone. As we press forward here, make sure you siphon, blow the gargoyle up, or gremlin. And you see, as always, there's these fucking assholes. Kind of their whole gig, you know what I mean? So one of these is always going to be a mimic. It's hard to tell which one, but there's always one of them. So don't go just grab anything just yet. You go and pull the mimic first, then you can, you won't have to worry about it. like getting that blood loss off each hit. That's just crazy. 300. That's insane. Let's get him buff up here. We don't have many upgrades in this yet. So we're going to just try to run for the skull and exit Umbral. These guys might send us back. You know, there's a good chance of it. Yeah, they are. Look at that. I mean, it's the second flag, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Second. I love how they're just helping me prove my point about this zone and how it's just overtuned the damage. It's just utterly ridiculous. He's just hopping around, throwing ice everywhere. If we can't stand in for 2 seconds. Alright, let's get rid of him. And heal up. Now, you might want to pop like a, what is it called? The bigger moth. That's going to save your souls in case of death. Because we have a few thousand here, which could cover upgrades. You know, it's not enough to level, but it could cover the cost of upgrades. If you did what I did and recently switched weapons because you like even Devotion's Might or Bloody Glory or the, you know, Hammer of Holy Agony. So if you found any of those and you're like, fuck, I need to get some upgrades, that couple thousand is going to, you know, help us get on up to at least +5. And then, you know, after this episode, we'll go, like I said, farm up some largest over at Memorial. So this is the Weather Witch. She has like 3 projectiles she can fire at you. She can hop around. When she hops around, it causes damage like that. She can cause the same ice projectiles that the dogs were doing. She's going to keep summoning up dudes left and right. It's not really going to stop. I forgot to use it myself. Alright, try to get that stamina back. We're just going to have to wait on him. Alright. Yeah, it's quite challenging fight. Damn it! That's going to help out big time. And you can use these little parasites, and they'll summon up little storms. She does storms too. And if you can't tell who's or who, and you walk in hers, it's going to get you killed. But yeah, you kind of see what we're in for here. It's a real fun time, right? Real fun time. That's why we went ahead and used them off too. We're at almost 40 minutes. The main purpose of this episode was to do our Pilgrim's Perch run. I really wish we could use Devotion's Might, which sucks. I'm just going to have to respec. And after this region, we'll be able to do so. A lot of farming to bring up another weapon. I mean, we could go with Pietas, I'm just saying. This damage is really falling off. We're sitting here, even at +9, it'd be 276. We're sitting here at 337 with a +5. So, you know, it's kind of like what I'm getting after here. Yeah, we're at +5 right now with 337. And 300 to blood loss. It's slower, sure, but, you know, it does a lot more too. Let's go ahead and jump back to our seething. What we're trying to do is just get on up to where we unlock this gate. Then we're just going to wrap up there and get ready for next episode and, you know, do all the main area stuff there. So we already cleared this. We could probably just run past everything. It might send you to Umbral. I'm not saying it won't, but I don't know if it's going to be worth wasting all the time to, you know, try to kill these guys every time we come through here. I mean, just getting past those guys feels like it takes 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Because you have to, like, draw them over and everything else. Alright, so now we all know what she does. Let's get in here and not play around. What we're really worried about, too, we could probably go and throw on Pietas' sword. Might be the better weapon. It gets more upgraded. No. That her just jumping around does that for her health. That's insanity. Look at that. Crowd clear. Gotta love it. What's she doing? No. Too much damage, brother. Too much fucking damage. Of course she runs, really. Alright, let's try to heal up. Thing is, I mean, trying to get to her is just a joke. Faster weapon would be better, obviously. That's right, we almost got her. Almost got her. Oh, thought we had her. There it is. Alright, let's go pop this. Get our next umbral spell. Diminishing missile. Or no, misery missile, sorry about that. So misery missile is going to be a projectile you fire off. And what it does is it will completely wither enemies' health. It's just gonna like slowly tick on them. It's gonna kind of slowly tick and wither their health bar over time. So you fire that off, let a couple guys fight someone else, come back, and pretty much just kill them in one hit because you withered their whole health bar. So it's pretty cool. So I do believe it to be like more tactical in use, but still really nice. Now, gonna finish clearing these guys out. And let's go ahead and try to get to our shortcut. I don't want to waste seedlings. We have 8, so we're gonna put one here. I highly recommend you don't, because we're almost at the end, back to our vestige, back to our shortcut, right? So I highly recommend you don't do this, but I'd rather be safe. Just in case we die, that's a hell of a run around, mainly because all the enemies we have to get past, you know what I mean? You could have kind of got this weapon, you know, right at the start of the game if people were liking it, and wondering why we didn't. You wouldn't have, you know, reached the stats for a long time, but it would have kind of taught you, or, you know, led you to level your stats a certain way, because the 20 strength, 32 radiance, you guys could have aimed for that. But I just, I didn't want to do that because the 18,000 souls at the really, you know, at the beginning, when people need more health and they needed more stamina badly, I didn't want to, you know, set anyone back on levels, especially, you know, doing platinum run and all the stuff we can buy and, you know, spend souls on. No way he's still alive. Good God. That brother was hanging on by a thread. Okay, so with him gone, I do want to fix our stuff here. They keep changing it. It's driving me absolutely insane. Alright, frostbite cure. So we are going to have to go on umbral, and we're going to drop down to where that chest is. What's really important is that you remember not to go that way. Like, we're going to grab the chest, but then we're going to come back on this platform and drop it off the other side. Now, you're going to see what I mean here in a second. It's going to get us a shield, some upgrade mats, not larges, but, you know, a few. And I do believe we actually get, like, 4 larges in this zone. I know 2 we find out in the open world. Then after the boss fight, I think we get 2 more. That would give us 8. That'd be enough to fully upgrade Pietas, or, you know, bring up other weapons, too. And plus, we're going to farm in between episodes, so we're actually about to close on out, so we can start fresh from here. We only got 15 minutes. Alright, so let's go look at our health bar. We do have that rune giving us a couple points in health, but at the same time, I'm probably just going to keep that in. So, almost at 30, so with the runes, I said we at least do 6 more levels to health. yeah, so before we close on out, we're gonna do a couple things. Like I'm gonna try to farm up so we can bring this way up. But I'm also going to kind of, do this with Holy Agony, Hammer of Holy Agony to give us a faster option, right? Get Holy on both, Blood Loss on one, Smite on the other. So if I buff that up, we'll be getting Smite on both, Blood Loss and Holy. Just a really good setup. So we have this for a quicker option. I'm gonna try to, farm up enough to bring this all the way up too. Then we have this to play around with. And if we decide to do our stats evenly, we'll have this. Like, we'll have access to all these weapons. So I'm going to try to, so we could, like, showcase, because then people will see what we're doing with these weapons, and they'll decide if they want to bring them up or not. Now, for you guys, unless you want to farm up all this shit to use all the weapons too, I would pick one weapon and stick with it. I'm doing a walkthrough, so I'm just trying to show these weapons off. If it's up to me, I would just respec, bring up Devotion Smite all the way, and I'd run with that. And I would highly suggest over every other weapon here. 100 Smite, a lot of poise breaking. With the Grey Hammers, you can actually knock enemies out of their special attacks. So like the Wither Moth ladies do that storm, you hit them, they fly out of that storm. They can't hit you with that ever again. So that's the weapon I would suggest, and that's what I want to do. But I do want to show everyone, kind of like their choices and what they can do. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to see how friendly these stones are coming. You know what I mean? Because if they're not really coming like that, then I'm just gonna probably be like, fuck it, let me just get maybe two good weapons, like this faster setup, and I'll either pick like Bloody Glory or Devotion Smite and stick with that for a while. Now, after the Tower of Pendants, guys, we will actually be able to, buy infinite amount of large stones. So do keep that in mind, you know what I mean? And at that point, we'll just kind of bring everything up. But for now, I have all these. We still have plenty of regulars. What? How short am I?
Ah,
At least bring this up to
again.
+5. We're about to close on out. Just, kind of showing people what we're working on. But yeah, we are about to close on out. Next episode, we will be doing, the Frost region incomplete. We might have a couple little errands to run after the boss, but there shouldn't be too much left. But the Holy Agony Hammer, what is our damage going to be dual wielding these? That's what I want to know. I never done this option. I never used Piazza's sword all the way through the game. I just usually use it at the start until I find something better, or at least that I think is better. Then I don't really go back to it. So this is my first time, using this weapon this long. Now this one, +5, doing 201. So they're about on the same page. Dual wielding those could be pretty nicely. Now I'll jump up 25 points of damage. But I do have 6. I could get this thing up to +7. And then we'd be at +7 and +8. Yeah, because let's do that. Oh, we can't. Alright. So we're about to close on out. If you guys want to do what I'm doing, I'm going over to the memorial. I showed you guys the Holy Bulwark. Oh, runes. We're going to go farm the Holy Bulwark in between episodes, get as many larges as I can, and try to bring both these weapons up as much as I possibly can. So if you're dual wielding and you've been following the walkthrough, we got one Beryllium chunk, your final upgrade mat, and after this region we get another. So you could potentially bring both these weapons to +10 if you want to farm up. So that's why I'm bringing it up, because you guys can really take advantage of the stuff I'm showing you. You know what I mean? So if I want to socket in that, we could do that. We could do that. The Holy Agony. Man, upon killing an enemy. Did I put that in there too? No. So we're still waiting on more runes to come. At least with this, we're getting a lot of extra scaling. I fucked up on that too, though. Because if I put it all on one weapon while we're dual wielding, only every other hit's kind of like be doing extra damage. So we need to split that between these. The other weapon's weaker, so what I'll do is put this lower level one, and then we'll put the stronger one on here. Weapon weight, posture. Yeah, let's get more posture damage. That'll help break stagger. That can go really nicely as well. Alright, so I think they're set up pretty nice. Like I said, we are going to close out, but we're going to go ahead and show you guys this farm. You know what I mean? Now, we've already done it, but you got to remember, not everybody follows along. I always suggest you should. I tell you guys you should. So this is just like a chill episode. Let's run, let's get some cool stuff, show off some cool farms, and at least get set up for the next episode. It's been all business. We've been flying through this walkthrough like fast. I mean, guys, we're getting towards the end game, and we're on episode like 10 or 11. So I think it's okay to have a more chill episode. Talk about, you know, important gameplay mechanics and just making everybody's build a bit better and going to get better weapons. I'm actually glad we decided to do this because I wasn't initially going to do this. I was just going to stay on the path, but it's going to help people. So with the Umbral Eye we're using, if we enter Umbral, we get 30% increased drop rate chance, which means it doesn't just work on Umbral enemies. You can enter Umbral, then farm anyone you want, you get that increase. Alright, so keep that in mind. Right there. First fucking try. So we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna farm this dude. So I'm probably gonna take like a good hour to do this, and I'll make one more episode for the day. I typically like to make like at least 3 a day. So we're just gonna get some weapons up, hang out, whatever souls we make, we'll use them either upgrade our weapon or start trying to buy all this stuff from NPCs. We're not farming levels, I don't do that, but we do got a lot of stuff to buy and a lot of upgrades to get. So that's what I'm gonna work on. If you guys want to do the same thing, there's your farm, and we'll pick up next episode in the fight and work our way through that region, probably go and close it on out and get ready to get started in the very long end game. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time.